Greetings to you there as you are watching us at the comfort of your home, at the comfort of your lounge. We want to welcome you to Gospel Impact Church. This is our talk show. We come to you every week to speak and to discuss issues that actually touch your life. And we hope that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and you follow our Facebook page. And today we are going to as well embark on a wonderful and impactful topic for you. My name is Unompumelelo Myeni. I'm a transformation life coach, and I am here to facilitate this discussion today. I'm not alone, and it is always wonderful to be in this place because you never feel alone. I have my panelists with me, and they're going to introduce themselves. And as they introduce themselves, we're going to get into our topic for today, because last time we were together, we spoke about what is it that I wish somebody would have told me. And we were talking to young people. And we thought this time, let's take it a little bit further and ask a little bit of grown-up people, not too old as you can see, but we've asked them now to say, what is it that you wish somebody would have told you in your youth? And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start on my right, and I'm going to ask that we just do a round of introduction of ourselves. And then when we've done that, we're going to dive straight into it. And I can assure you that you are not going to regret spending your time with us.
Ngiyabingelela emakhaya, ngiyabingelela bonke esihleli nabo la. Igama lami ngumthokozisi ngokwamngoni Sibongo. Usula namhlanje kusazokhulunywa ngezinto esifisayo ukuthi ngabe sazitshelwa ngesikhathi esifanelekile. Okwami ukuthanda ukuhluka kancane because ngangifisa ukuzazi ngisamncane even before youth.
Greetings everyone. Mina nguThanya wakazungu. This topic is actually very close to my heart because this is something that is never too far from my mind. As I'm raising two boys, I always think back to my own childhood, and I try to make sure that everything that I wished someone had told me or taught me when I was younger, I make sure that I teach it to my boys so that they know it now before they get to my age.
Greetings everyone. Igama lami nguBalungile wakandlela uMamchuni Ntombi Mhlophe. As we are about to embark on this topic, a lot of things comes to my mind since I'm a young lady who got married at such a very young age. So kuningi ngikucabangayo, kuningi on a personal level. Ngiyabonga.
All right, so since you have gotten to know our panel for today, my introduction for you today, it simply says that we've lived, we've learned, we've seen, we've made mistakes. And some of the mistakes we don't want our young people to repeat. But we find ourselves in a predicament that we see that as we try to tell, as we try to show that we don't want them to go through the things that we went through, we find that then we are at a point where we differ, and we are at the point where then we are in friction. But as we go along then with this topic, one of my very first questions to our panelists is that, what is it? I want to know from them. I want to know from them that what is it that they wish they knew when they were younger?
Mhlambe mina nje angivezele ukuthi uma ubusamncane kunezinto esingatshelwa zona noma esasingavumelekile ukuthi sitshelwe zona sisabancane, bathathe ngokuthi kufanele baze basitshele uma ngabe sesikwi age ethize. Njengomzekelo nje ukuthi ebusheni bami I was molested ngisamncane ngina 5, 6, 7 years, I don't remember kahle. But ukuba ngangitsheliwe ngemolestation ukuthi yini alien noma mhlawumbe sasifundiseka ngayo ngaba ngibanga gay ngale khathi ngaba gay ngazo until ngisizakala endleleni.
That is actually one of the most powerful testimonies that I've ever heard, because one, we claim to know and to understand what is going through just by looking at them. What do you wish somebody had told you when you were younger?
For me, it's two things. The first thing is that I wish someone had told me or taught me or even actually showed me that the world is open up to me. That I don't have to live in this own closed up world of my own that I grew up living in. And I think I'm still, even to this day, trying to crawl out of. So I wish that I'd known that there is so much more out there that I can be, that I can see, that I can love, that I can do. And there's just a whole lot of world out there, and I can be part of it. Second thing, the value of hard work. That is something that was not instilled in me when I was young. I only started to realize the true value of hard work, I'll just say after my 30s, because I feel like even after I reached 30, because now, I don't know, for some, it sounds funny, but for some reason I feel like when I turned 30, the world opened up. I don't know how, I don't know why, but overnight I felt like I was a different person. Maybe it's because it's a decision that I took that I would be a different person, I don't know. But I see things a whole lot differently than I did when I was in my 20s. So, I grew up, like even when I was at school, I used to rely on my smarts just to get through. No hard work involved. Like I knew I'd pass at the end of the term, at the end of the year. I knew I'd progress to the next grade. I always knew that I was smart enough, but I didn't know how much better I could have been with hard work.
I can definitely resonate with the world simply opening up or becoming some kind of real when you reach 30. It's like some things get real, stuff gets real. You see things in their real form. People get real, you know. Money get real. You know how to be broke. It gets real. So I can definitely resonate with that. So what is it that you wish that somebody had told you?
Oh my God, this topic is very close to my heart. I really wish somebody had told me that it was okay to dream big. I mean, coming from my family background, when you tell them that this is what I want to see myself, so guess more, you know, and it sounded like a fairy tale. And I used to think that my dreams were not valid. I used to think that my dreams wouldn't come true. So I wish that I had that one particular person that believed in my dreams. No matter how silly they sounded at that time, because I was young. But I wish somebody had come after sebehlekile, because they didn't mean it in a bad way. It's how they were also brought up. Remember, so nabo babedlulisela lokhu okwadluliselwa kubona kuthina. So, and I wish somebody would have told me that it's okay to make mistakes. And I wish somebody would have told me that, you know, as a girl child, you will make mistakes. But if you have made mistakes, then don't crucify yourself for the rest of your life, because you're going to keep on repeating the same mistake because you was ukuthi vele. I think ngangazi ukuthi mistake yami iyimina. I didn't know that you can move from your mistake. I didn't know that it's something oyenzayo that you get yourself into, and then it's also yourself that you get yourself out of a mistake. I just knew that my mistakes were my residence.
Oh, I don't know about you at home, but I am feeling that we are sort of opening ourselves up for you, and I hope that you can take the time to do the same. Open yourself up for yourself and listen to you and the things that you've gone through, and listen to the young, I won't call them old, but listen to the people that are in this panel, and listen to the fact that we have gone through stuff and we've been able to say, I stuffed up, I made a mistake, but we've walked through. But now I want to go a little bit more personal. Allow me to go personal with you. I want to know, what is that one big mistake that you made because you didn't know?
Into yokuqala nje mongado ukuyimolestation as umuntu omncane awutsheli umuntu because you are taught ukuthi uma uyingane awuphiqanisi ekhaya awuxabanisi. You must always be a child. Awukwazi ukuxabanisa umalume no-aunti noma awukwazi ukuxabanisa omakhelwane. Mina ngebhadi kwaba umuntu wamakhelwane wayethembakalile emphakathini. So if ngangizosho leyo nto kwakuzoba ukuthi ngiqhatha umphakathi mhlambe kube khona oshawayo obulawayo. But ukuba ngangazile ukuthi kwakubalekile ukuthi lento ngiyikhulume kwakuzongisiza ekuthenini ngingagcine sengiyibona impilo engayiphila ngoba ngiphile into ngenxa yokuthi I was molested kuyona, not because I was born ngiyona noma mhlambe I was born to it, but into engiyamkela endleleni. But ukuba ngayikhuluma ngathola ithuba ngisemncane ngayipresenta kubazali ukuthi sekube nesimo esikanje endaweni ukuthi kwenziwe mhlawumbe ngazothiwa necounseling khona lapho bese ngiyakhula ngiba umfana njengabafana bonke.
So, what age did you find courage to speak about it?
I think into okwangiphoqa ukuthi qale ngiyenze noma engizothi ekwaba umusa ukuthi yenzeke ukuthi ngithole uJesu. Mengithola uJesu endleleni ngaqala nganesibindi because once wathola uJesu uba nale boldness na ungazi usuyithathaphi. Ngaqala nganamandla ukukhuluma into ezifihlakele, ngaqala ngakhuluma nabantu kancane kancane njengoba ngixoxa ukuthi ngisemncane yazi kwenzeka into kanje but ngisakuyona into ngisa-enjoy. I couldn't say a thing until Christ came in. Then I ngarepenta and then God waqala ngipha isibindi sokukhuluma. Even now ngimla ngesibindi because I know ukuthi ophila kimi mkhulu kunosezweni.
Praise be to God. I just want to move to this side and say, what is that one mistake that you believe you made because you didn't know? And if somebody had told you, you wouldn't have.
I think the one mistake, I don't know if I should say it's a mistake, but the one thing that did happen in my life because I didn't know that there was a great big world out there for me was that I didn't dream big. Like I said, I stayed in my shell. I've just always been in a shell, always just doing what was expected of me or what would make someone else happy or what I thought was just always the right thing to do. I've never been in a place where I can truly say that I did that for me.
For me, right now, it will sound a bit cliche because siyazi ukuthi abantwana baqhamuka kuNkulunkulu and they are a blessing from God. So for me, it will be having my first son when I was doing grade 9 nowadays. I had my firstborn when I was doing grade 9 because I just told my mom that I got my periods. The only thing that I was told, abafana bangaboni, abafana balayigcekeni, like my brothers, my siblings, abafana bangaboni ukuthi usungena esikhathini. I was never told the truth. Now that you are a woman, you are getting to a womanhood, mongabe ulala, indaba yokulala ke nje yayingakhulunywa nje inhlobo ulalani uzoxoxa nobani lezo zinto enjalo. So I wish they would have told me ukuthi njengoba usungena kulondozana kwi-adulthood, njengoba usuthola ama-periods akho walala nje ongenani ke bangisabisi nje bathi nje meke wambona umfana enqulu uyakhulelwa. I don't think ukuthi ngangizomthola umntwana at such a young age because I was really young. When I look back now, ngike ngiyibona njengoba sengumama mengabe ngibona ingane encane ikhulelwe ngivele ngishawe uvalo, but forgetting that I was once there, but because nobody told me ngatshelwa nje into yabayodwa mamumnyeni ukuthi nje bangakuboni la egcekeni ukuthi usungene bakhohlwa abafana bangaphandle. So I wish they would have told me that.
I hear you and I get the point that you're raising, because somehow I feel as if other races romanticize the first time that you get intimate with a male. They make it sound like a beautiful thing. They make it sound like it's something that you need to look forward to, be ready for, and pedals and everything that must exist in it. So in so that I'm trying to tell you that I resonate with your story, because in our case, honestly speaking, it's not romanticized. It's the scariest thing ever. Like, don't you ever, you know what I mean? But we're going to wrap up for our time. But before we do, I don't want us to leave someone that is back home and leave them thinking left in the space of feeling like they've made a mistake or what they should have known, or hating anybody for not telling them anything. So my question to you guys is that now, how do we break this bridge between ourselves and the young people so that we can be able to tell them the truth? Because truth is, I don't know whether we don't tell the truth or they don't listen to the truth, but something happens. So how do we break this barrier between us?
I have a thing for young people. They call me the cool mom.
You're the cool mom, wow.
Yes,
My
because
son would like you.
yeah, so that they will like me. And I make the marriage thing ukuthi ngabi achievement ikubona. I don't want them living their whole life thinking ukuthi umuntu mayiseshadile uzobe se-achievile. So the more you get close to the young people, the more they trust you. The amount of stuff that if friendship iqala jokingly, you understand? Iqala jokingly, like being the cool mom, you like chat to them and so forth, until it gets to a serious level whereby you didn't even know the person has your number, and the next thing you get a text that will shock you. Oh, so this person trusts me that deep. So we shouldn't come across to young people as abantu abangangeneki. Abantu abasha, they should be able to come to us with absolutely anything, because if we don't impact them, Tina, as the older version of them, because remember, we are the older version of them, we were once like them, so they're gonna get people that are going to impact them, and they will. They've got their peers out there that are just waiting to tell them ukuthi nje if ever yethe shari kunama second year eyokwenza first year yakhe kunama second year nje azomtshela ukuthi okay, this is what we do, you know. So I think it starts from opening up to them when as a person, and also telling them, because no one is going to open up to you, and if you portray a picture of being perfect,
Yes.
there's no young person that's going to come to you. You must be vulnerable to them as well, but don't be too vulnerable nokuthi baze balimazeke, but be vulnerable in terms of ukuthi ubahehe, ukuthi umuntu ezokwazi ukuthi akubone ukuthi you are approachable. Ngingakwazi ukukhuluma, yazi mengabe ecabanga ngathi yabona umuntu engizokwazi ukukhuluma ngalento umamdlela. You know, be that kind of a person. So I think iqala la with friendship.
When it comes to parenting, though, you said you're raising 2 boys, and you're similar to myself. I'm also raising 2 boys. How important is building the relationship now than later when something has happened?
It's very important. I can't stress enough how important it is. And it's something that I'm always discussing with my husband, because I feel like my husband still has this mindset, Yoguti, there are just some things that it's too early. We can't discuss this with them. It's too early, especially my 12-year-old son. And I say to him, but no, it's not too early, because if he can't come to us, then he's going to go to someone his age who's just going to lie to him or lead him astray. You know, so it's very important. Like, if I can make an example with something such as, so simple such as driving. I gave my 12-year-old son his first driving lesson the other day. And I said to someone that was shocked at this, I said to them,
I am too.
I said to them, but you know what? If you know this thing where as boys grow up, they start stealing the car. They start stealing mom's car or dad's car, and then they could end up crashing it or whatever the case is. I don't want my son to have to think that he has to steal from me. You know, I want to teach him to drive so that he can drive, so that I can be able to trust him. And if he wants to go somewhere, he can come to me and ask me, can he go somewhere, you know, and I'll be comfortable enough to give him the car. And another thing, this thing of leaving the streets to raise my son, that's not me. I'm not going to leave it to the streets to teach my child how to drive. I have a younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me. I don't know when he learned to drive. I just woke up one day and he knew how to drive. He was taught in the streets. I'm sorry, I don't subscribe to that. I feel like everything that my children need to know, they must learn from me. It doesn't matter what it is. My 12-year-old child cooks because I tell them all the time, there's no such thing as a woman's job or a man's job. I'm not going to wait until he feels like, maybe let's just say one day he's living in res and he can't cook, then where am I going to be? I'm not going to be able to teach him. So I feel like it's very important and I can't stress it enough. That's why I said I'm so in love with this topic because it's something that is always at the forefront of my mind. Each and everything that I do, I'm always intentional to make sure that my children will learn everything from me.
Please, can you adopt my son so he can learn to cook, make his bed and some stuff that
I'm
he
still
just doesn't want to do?
Yeah, no, the make the bed part, I'm still trying to sort that one out.
Yes. Your closing remarks. Can I have closing remarks from you that are gonna give courage to a young boy out there that feels that now they have to be gay because somebody has touched them a particular way? Where do they go? How do they go? Who do they tell?
Mhlamba again ngikuveze lokho because I have gay friends njengamanje in business nabo. Uma ngabe ngibabuza because ama experiences awafani. Some people ubabona bezala ukuthi yabona nje lo akayena umfana uqondile. Then ngase ngiyenze research ukuthi lowo uzumbone kanjalo usukuboneni. One of the things engiyifundile ekhambeni noNkulunkulu ukuthi abazali sometimes uzothi ungamdlela ufuna umfana kanti uNkulunkulu umphi intombazana. Ngale ngathi ekhuluma lawo mazwi luthi iBhayibheli umlomo uyadala ebese edala lo yonto kanti uNkulunkulu bekade emnikeza okunye. Ithi ingane emifike emhlabeni belento ebifuna umzali. So kuhlukile bese kuba khona ba molested njengami. Kulabo aba molestiwe ke bengifisa ukusho ukuthi immediately kwenzeka it's better ukuthi uthole umuntu ozokhuluma naye ozomtrust umchazela udaba obhekene nalo ngoba leso simo sihamba sihambe sibe into yangempela then you start to believe ukuthi I am this. You remember nje ngisamncane ngangifaka ama heel ngifaka ama lipstick because I will believe ukuthi I'm a girl until I've ngagahlana uKristu then I realize ukuthi no, I can do better than this. Amen.
I want to thank you so much for staying with us. This is World Gospel Impact Church under the wonderful leadership of Pastor Undamane and his wife. They provide us this platform to be able to speak such issues with you. This is not the end of this topic. We've opened up amazing and very, very important topic to be spoken about. And we want to take this time and thank you and say subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, and we are going to keep this content going for you. We love you. Stay blessed.